Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for a deep dive into something, well, kind of universal.
Oh, I think I know where you're going with this. Let's talk about pain.
You got it.
Uh,
But not the kind of pain where you're like, past the ice pack. We're going a little deeper, a little more philosophical this time.
right. And luckily, we've got just the guide for this journey, Pedro Elias, his book, Spiritual Reflections for a New World, packed with insights.
And today, we're zeroing in on his reflection, releasing pain. Now, most of us, we see pain and we think, nope, got to avoid that. But Elias, he flips the script.
He really does. Elias says, what if leaning into pain actually helps us grow?
Okay, see, now that's intriguing. He even calls pain this, get this, deeply sacred alchemist.
Right, an alchemist. So, time for a little metaphor magic.
Love it when that happens. But honestly, when I hear alchemist, I picture like some bubbling cauldron turning lead into gold. How's pain like that?
Okay, so think about what alchemists did. Took something ordinary, turned it into something extraordinary, right? Well, Elias says pain can be that transformative force in our lives, too.
Hold on, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. So instead of being like, ugh, pain, make it stop, I should be thinking, pain, what are you trying to teach me?
You're getting it. Imagine, pain is like this powerful force that breaks down the old you, those outdated beliefs like an alchemist melting down metal. It's in that breaking down that we find the space to rebuild ourselves stronger.
Okay, that's kind of a lot to take in, but I think I'm starting to get it. But Elias doesn't stop there, does he? He also talks about this emptiness that comes with pain. This void we try to fill, let's be real, with distractions.
Oh, 100%. He's calling us out on that knee-jerk reaction to just avoid pain. Binge watching, social media scrolling, anything to not feel what we're feeling.
Dude, you're speaking my language. We've all been there. But what's the harm in a little distraction here and there? Isn't that basically self-care?
Sure, a little bit, totally fine. But Elias is talking about when distraction becomes our main way of dealing with pain, we miss out on actually working through it and healing.
Okay, go on.
It's like putting a Band-Aid on a wound that really needs stitches. Sure, it covers things up for a second, but it's not going to actually fix the problem.
Ouch, yeah, I felt that. So, no more Band-Aids. Got it. Time to face the pain head on. But that's where I get tripped up, because Elias says we need courage and compassion. Easier said than done, right?
Yeah, those words, courage, compassion, they can sound a little, I don't know, vague, you know, especially when you're in the middle of it all, hurting.
Exactly. It's like, how am I supposed to be courageous when I just want to hide under a blanket with some cookies?
Right. But Elias isn't talking about some superhero level bravery. It's more like the courage to just turn towards the pain, to say, yep, there you are.
Yeah.
It's that choice to sit with it instead of immediately reaching for that distraction.
I see. So I'm choosing to pay attention to the pain, not pretending it doesn't exist.
You got it. And that's where the compassion comes in, because it's so easy to just be mean to yourself when you're hurting. Like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I just get over this?
Oh, tell me about it. That inner critic is ruthless.
The worst, right. Compassion is like treating yourself like you'd treat a good friend going through a rough time, remembering everyone hurts sometimes. It's a universal thing.
So it's like giving myself permission to hurt, to not have it all together.
Yes. And if we go back to that whole alchemist thing, that's where courage and compassion come in as tools. Courage gives you the strength to face the fire. Compassion lets you tend to the wounds afterwards with kindness.
Wow, okay, now I see how it all connects. It's like, we're not just helpless bystanders with pain. We can be part of our own healing process.
Exactly. And that takes us to what Elias calls the ultimate goal, releasing the pain. He uses this really vivid image, talks about pain rising from the dust of the cycles and praising that look that accepted her, that cried beside her side, and that in one last embrace released her, releasing itself.
Whoa, okay, that's a lot of imagery. Beautiful, but kind of hard to grasp. What does it actually mean to release pain? How do I do that?
You're right, it's deep. Elias is saying true release, it's not like poof, the pain vanishes. It's a shift, how you see it, how you relate to it. It's acceptance, understanding. You see the pain, you honor what it taught you, then you let go.
So it's not forgetting the pain, but it doesn't have that same power over me anymore.
Exactly. It's part of your story, made you who you are, but it's not holding you back.
Okay, that makes sense. But then what happens after you release it? Elias says there's something on the other side.
He uses the word redemption, and it's powerful for a reason. He's saying when you move through pain consciously, courage, compassion, you don't just heal, you turn those wounds into sources of, like, wisdom and strength.
So, like, pain, when you really face it, it can actually make you understand yourself better, understand the world better.
Exactly. And it can make you show up in the world more authentically, more meaningfully.
Redemption.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like that. It's like pain can make us more, I don't know, more us, more whole, which is not how we usually think about it, you know?
not at all. We're all about comfort these days, quick fixes. But Elias is like, hold up. What if there's something more going on here? What if those tough times, those are the times we can grow the most?
It's kind of hopeful, when you
Yeah.
put it that way. So for anyone listening who's maybe going through something rough, what's the main takeaway from Elias?
You are not alone, first of all. Pain, I don't care if it's physical, emotional, whatever, it's part of being human. Doesn't mean you're weak, just means you're alive. And that pain, that thing you want to push away, it might have the key to like unlocking something inside you, strength you didn't even know you had.
Man, I love that. Like
Mm.
pain is giving you a gift even when it feels like the opposite.
Right. We got to change how we see it. Not pretend it's not there, but like befriend it almost. Learn from it. And then it can transform you.
Elias really makes you think, pain, something we all experience, but he finds all this hidden meaning in it. So, if you're like me, and you're finding this whole idea, pain leading to growth, even redemption, really interesting, definitely check out his book. That's Spiritual Reflections for a New World. But before we go, one last thing to ponder. What if, when you feel pain, you didn't meet it with fear? What if you got curious, even a little brave? How would that change things for you? How would that change your journey? That's what Elias leaves us with, and it's a good one to sit with. Until next time, everyone, keep diving deep.